Given how the August LSAT went for those taking it remotely, you may be wondering, do I take it remotely or in person? Hey, what's up everybody? Steve Schwartz here from LSAT Unplugged, joining you today to help you decide whether to take the LSAT remotely or in person when you're taking it with Prometric this fall and beyond. Before I get into it, a little bit about LSAT Unplugged. We offer live online classes via Zoom, on-demand video courses, small group coaching, and one-on-one coaching. Check out the links below this video to find out more and to book a call with me and my team. We'd love to help you out. So the reason I'm making this video is that given how poorly the August LSAT went for those taking it remotely, you may be wondering, should I take the LSAT in person at a Prometric testing center going forward? Of course, taking it in person is probably the safest bet, but you may be wondering, is it worth the hassle if you don't live near a testing center, or maybe you're not even able to take it at a testing center due to your LSAT accommodations that require you take it remotely? I'm here to help you break down all of that. Now, my personal inclination, to be honest, my bias here would be that I heard all the horror stories about those taking it remotely with Prometric in August, and so I followed it closely enough that I wouldn't feel comfortable taking my chances with the remote LSAT for September, October, November, and beyond. However, you may be thinking, I really like the comfort of my home environment. I don't mind sitting around and waiting for the proctor to get back to me. I trust that Prometric and LSAT have figured things out going forward for those taking it remotely. If so, that's great. You do you. I completely get that taking it at home would feel more comfortable, maybe less stressful than going to some random testing center where you've never been before with people around you taking the LSAT or other exams, and you like the comfort of the home environment. I totally get that, and it is entirely possible that the remote LSAT will go better going forward for those taking it remotely. LSAC got a ton of bad press, as did Prometric, after the August LSAT disaster, and so hopefully they have learned their lesson for those taking it in September, October, November, and beyond. There are also some downsides to taking it in person at a testing center. You have the noise of other test takers, the proctors giving you scratch paper with weird different colors like pink and blue and orange. Hopefully they will give test takers plain white paper. LSAC has told them to do this, hoping they'll listen. Hard to focus on logic games when you've got hot pink neon scratch paper to draw your diagrams on. So I'm hoping that they will listen to LSAC, and that, of course, you as the test taker will advocate for your rights in demanding plain white scratch paper, easy to use to draw your diagrams and take your reading comp notes and such. Now, to backtrack for a moment, for those who aren't aware of what happened on the August LSAT, check out my video titled August LSAT Prometric Disaster that I made back when this issue occurred. Basically, back at that time, thousands of test takers had wait times of hours and hours to take their August LSAT, and some people even had several different proctors for one test administration. It was very difficult to get in touch with LSAC to resolve any of this. Same goes for Prometric. Hopefully, LSAC and Prometric learned their lesson and things will go more smoothly going forward. I expect they'll have learned their lesson, but Prometric also demonstrated an inability to handle a large surge of test takers taking the LSAT on just 1 or 2 days, and so it remains to be seen how smoothly things will go for those taking it remotely. Those taking it in person typically had much better experiences, except for a couple of isolated cases where a testing center was closed, but LSAC and Prometric had not notified the test takers affected by that. So I do expect things will go better going forward regardless, given how much bad press both parties got in that instance. But again, if at all possible, I'd be inclined to take the LSAT in person, and so that's what I'm recommending, all else being equal. I would even be willing to travel to do it, given the importance of the LSAT. But if you are the kind of person distracted by having other people around you and you're used to taking your LSAT practice tests in a quiet, sterile environment, then doing it at home, assuming that you have that environment at home, might be a better way to go. But there's no clear right or wrong answer here. Do what you feel is best and maybe take some practice tests at home in a quiet environment. Maybe take a few in an environment with some ambient noise like a library or a coffee shop that's not too noisy, so you can see what that would be like for you to make a more informed decision about taking it remotely or in person. Anyway, folks, that's all for now. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please do me a favor, share it with someone who needs to see it. I don't do any paid advertising for these videos. I rely only on word of mouth to help get the word out. And so if you know anyone who's taking the LSAT with Prometric this fall or the winter, deciding between in-person or remote, this video may help them make the decision, as I hope it did for you. Again, anyway, folks, that's all for now. In the meantime, I wish you all the best and take care.